EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from SoFi. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Levis to open with a pass. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, Levis. This one complete to Washington. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Levis. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as... opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Levis to throw it here on 1st down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's close to another 1st down. This is brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Brown. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Levis. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Harrison Smith.
When you find yourself in this situation now, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's 1st and 10. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. The NFL's third leading rusher a season ago, it's Kyren Williams. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Hooker to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Now, Hooker. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. So on 4th down, time to kick it away. Jake Camarda to do the honors, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. On play action, here's Levis. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
A 2nd down throw here for Levis. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Richie Grant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Williams. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he will score. Kyren Williams. Touchdown Chargers. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Brown. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Levis. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, KC. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Chiefs will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Tyquan Thornton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here comes Otten in motion. Hooker. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We're back in Southern California in a moment. It is 3rd and 10. They're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Marte Mapu. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Levis. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They go play action with Levis. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. Throwing is Levis. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
That one taken in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Chiefs. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Here's Hooker. With the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll go with Williams. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, Hooker. He'll go left side here and complete this one. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Back to throw. Hooker. He pulls it in around the 5. And a big collision there. Down near the goal line. Keeps him out of the end zone. Throwing is Hooker. That is caught side of the end zone. Tyquan Thornton. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Brown. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On 1st down, Levis. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down. Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Out of the shotgun, Levis. Open man, left side, he's got it. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Chiefs 1st down. To throw is Levis. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. That's Washington, the man in motion. From the gun, it's Levis. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett. And the Chargers will take over at their own 14-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their 2nd. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Hooker to throw. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now, Hooker. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and the ball falls incomplete.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Back to the air one more time. Get this complete right side to Otten.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll look to throw again. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. One final throw before the break. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Man in motion, heading left. Hooker. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Kyren Williams, the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a third down. Back to throw. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
You know, Mike, I like the early aggressive play call to start this second half. I think anytime you find yourself in a tie ball game, you want to be the team that strikes next. In this case, it backfires. They have the turnover. Now it's their defense that's taking the field, and they're going to have to come up with a stop and keep this game all squared up.
They'll run out of the gun. This is White. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now Levis. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Second down and 3. It's another run here for Williams. Williams, 1st down, and he's not done. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with 1st and goal.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense. And
he is in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, L.A. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Chargers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A carry here for Brown. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
A give, and here's White. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
A run on 1st and goal. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Here's Levis. That is caught, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Who wants it more here? 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go. Here's Levis. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll move it out of harm's way. A gain of 3 up to the 4-yard line. They run over center with Williams. And he's going to get him out of danger for the moment. He's got the 1st down past the 10-yard line. Now, faking the give. That's his tight end, Otten. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. On the carry, it's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Slot man in motion left. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hooker. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw, Hooker. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Hooker. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Levis to throw it here on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down. Here's Levis. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
Now Brown. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Catch is made. That is Williams. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Levis. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Carrington Valentine. He is out of bounds, but that's a nice return. We'll give the offense the ball up past the 45-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. Working his way for a short pickup to the 48. Second down and 8. Throwing is Hooker. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Levis. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. To throw is Levis. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Leggett. And it'll be 2nd down. Levis. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. Levis to throw. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Kansas City. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st down. start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Get this complete right side to Otten.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it, and that is incomplete.
That's a tough incompletion right there. Feels like that down was their only chance to extend this possession enough to end this game in regulation. I think the smart move here now is you have to punt this ball away. You cannot risk a 4th down failure and give your opponent a short field to get a chance to win it themselves.
Possibly the play of the game right here. It is 4th down. Hooker to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here is 1st and 10. Now, Levis. They find Brown out of the backfield. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Brown. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the 1st down inside the 25.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with 1st and 10. They'll run. They'll take it into the red zone. It's at the 19. And we are set for a great finish. Timeout. 2 seconds remaining in the game. So now it's Kaimi Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This to win the game. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So now it's Kaimi Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This one he's got to have. And this is blocked. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. to the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now a 1st throw here in overtime. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's near the 1st down, stopped a little short of the 40.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
3rd and a yard. Here's Brown. And he's going to have enough there for the 1st down. Take it up to the 43-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Levis. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That'll be taken in. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Two minutes to go here in overtime. Greg and I back to search for a winner after this. On 1st down, Levis. This one complete to Washington. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll send a tight end in motion. Throwing on second down, Levis. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Second and goal. Levis to throw. That is caught. He got it. And that's a game winner here in overtime. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.